Good morning, everybody. So today we're talking about these are the 10 credit errors that you guys could have on your credit report that could be costing you right now. So if you guys are wondering why your credit score is not going up or what's going on with your credit report, y'all, these are the 10 errors or 10 things that you all need to look at to see if you can fix it maybe, and that can hopefully get your credit score to go up. You guys can get your books down below. I'll make sure that I have it there so you guys can be able to see the books that you guys could definitely get. But let's get on into it. I'm not here to sell y'all a book. I'm here to actually help y'all figure out what the heck is going on with y'all credit. Okay, so listen, let's just go straight through it. So the first thing is, you guys, y'all may have accounts on y'all credit reports that's just not y'all's. So if y'all have identity theft, then y'all need to, or let's say this, if y'all have accounts on your credit report that's not yours, it's most likely identity theft. Y'all need to get that FTC report. Y'all need to get a credit report, send that stuff into the credit bureaus. Look into my identity theft book because it comes with a free course that have letters that you guys can send into the credit bureaus. But that's what y'all need to target. Y'all need to let them know that y'all have identity theft and they need to delete those accounts from your credit reports. Some of y'all also, for number two, some of y'all may have some incorrect balances on y'all credit reports. All right. So the balance may be incorrect. If the balance is incorrect, y'all, that's a few things can go wrong. If the balance is incorrect for a collection, y'all could have just got that stuff deleted and y'all credit score could have been better because y'all don't have that collection anymore. Another thing, if your balance is incorrect, maybe you paid off your credit cards and that was just not correct. Maybe this didn't update y'all. Y'all credit score could be down if your utilization is much higher. So if you can get the balance down, the balance is already down, they just didn't report yet. Just make sure that they're reporting so your credit score can go back up because now your balance is correct and your utilization is better. Some of y'all may have incorrect late payments. Y'all may see, this is number three, y'all may see that they reported you late, but you really wasn't late. All right. So if y'all see that there's problems with late payments, definitely remove it. Even if you guys were late, y'all can do something called a goodwill letter and ask them to remove those late payments from your credit report. Y'all gonna be asking the creditor first, whoever says you were late, and then you're gonna double back and ask the credit bureaus next to go ahead and remove that from your credit report. But that can be something, okay? You guys can have incorrect account statuses. They can say sometimes that certain accounts are open when they're actually closed. Sometimes y'all, when y'all accounts go into like the charge off status, say if y'all did have like maxed out credit cards, when they go into the charge off status, that that credit card not gonna be counted towards your utilization anymore. So your credit score could technically go up. It sounds crazy, but it could technically go up once it's charged off, especially if you have other credit cards that you're doing good with and they're not maxed out. You maybe you already seen that you can mess up with this account and you start building your credit outside this account, your credit score could go up. You just need to make sure that they do mark that account as closed. All right. Some of y'all accounts are marked as closed too, and they should be marked as open too. Maybe y'all do have a good credit card and they marked it as closed for some reason. So that can be another problem that you have. Some of y'all may also have duplicate accounts in y'all credit reports. Maybe y'all have more than one collection. It's the same company, same balance, maybe you have a different account number, but this is something that could be an error that you need to get removed from your credit report. Maybe y'all have like outdated accounts. Y'all know accounts supposed to report for 7.5 years. Bankruptcies can be up to 10 years. Maybe y'all have accounts that should have been deleted from their credit reports and it just have not been deleted yet. So that's some outdated information that needs to be removed from your credit report. Maybe y'all have incorrect, what we talked about, that incorrect account statuses. That's one thing. Maybe incorrect dates. All right. Incorrect dates. If they don't have the correct date open for you, that y'all could be messing with your average age of accounts. Okay. And if it's incorrect dates when they come down to these collection companies, that can be a reason why you need to get it deleted. Or y'all may just have unfamiliar collections. Like y'all don't even know who this company is, where they could probably be from. Y'all see is you got like a $1,500 collection and you like, I never owe anybody $1,500. Where did this come from? Y'all need to get that stuff removed. Maybe y'all have unauthorized inquiries are not that bad in terms of like how much your credit score can go down, but still any little point count if we trying to get your credit score up. So maybe y'all need to work on removing those inquiries from your credit reports. And then maybe y'all see like y'all have collections, y'all have charge-offs, y'all have bankruptcy, foreclosures, all these negative accounts, and they have inconsistencies or incorrect data across all three credit bureaus. Y'all need to get that stuff removed. Okay. The point that these accounts are still on your credit reports is what's keeping your credit score low. All right. So those are the top things that you all need to look at. I do have some questions here, so let me go ahead and answer y'all questions. If y'all have additional questions for me, please go ahead and list them down below, and I will be sure to answer your question. Okay. So what's the most common errors people should look for on their credit reports? Just accounts in general, accounts that's like a collection, charge off, bankruptcy, foreclosure, those different accounts you need to get deleted. You need to just find errors on them, because when you find the errors, you can get that account deleted. People are not looking for the errors. They just think, oh, I just want this charge off deleted. But why should it be deleted? Because there's errors. Okay, so y'all need to find that. And again, if they don't delete the account, I'm all about suing. I'm going to sue the bureaus. I'm going to sue companies. I'm going to sue everybody. All right. So why do I need all three of my credit reports instead of just checking one? When y'all apply for credit, y'all don't know what bureau they finna pick unless y'all finna ask. Y'all really don't know. They can pull a TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. Like if I threw out a name right here, right now, like Discover, I'll ask what bureau they gonna pick. Which bureau they gonna pull, and sometimes when we talk about Discover, they can pull different bureaus depending on where you at in the United States, if we can be honest. So you want to just have all three of them up to par. You do. You want to just fix all three of them, especially if y'all trying to get a mortgage. They finna pull all three of them. They don't care about, oh, we finna pull Equifax, we finna pull Experian. No, they finna pull all three. In Capital One, they like to pull all three credit bureaus. So just pull all three of them, get all the three of them together, and then plus you can start comparing data that's on all three credit reports. You can compare what TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian is saying, so you can compare all three of them, so you can find the errors. Is it different information between bureaus automatically in error? I would say it's automatically error because we don't know who wrong, honestly. When y'all pull all three credit reports, we don't know who wrong. You can have TransUnion say, that the last date activity was one day, right? And then Equifax and Experian will swear by a whole nother day. Just because Equifax and Experian got the same day, we would think that they're correct. But what if they're really wrong? So we don't know. I just like to compare all three credit bureaus. And if I want that account deleted, I'll let the company decide, because it's up to them. They don't want got the information. They should have the correct information. That's what their whole job is. So I wouldn't say that it's automatically an error, but if I see that there's differences in all three credit bureaus, I already know that something is up. Okay, something is up. What should I do if an account on my credit reports doesn't belong to me? If an account don't belong to you, you probably got identity theft. You need to treat it like identity theft. You need to report it to the FTC, do an FTC affidavit. Y'all can do that online for free. Also, get your police report, that's free. And then I suggest y'all get my identity theft book, only because with the identity theft book, when y'all get that, y'all get a free course to come along with it. In the free course, because I just care about the documents. In the free course, I actually give you letters, 3 months worth of letters that y'all need to send to the credit bureaus, y'all need to send to the company. And I'm all about suing y'all. So I'm trying to teach y'all, like, hey, if they don't delete it, set up and sue them. And a lot of lawyers take these identity theft cases, y'all, because the accountants aren't y'all, and the accountants on your credit report. So if it don't belong to y'all, do the identity theft and call it a day. When y'all send them letters into the credit bureaus, especially if it's identity theft, they're supposed to delete those accounts within 5 days of receiving that letter. So do the identity theft if you really got identity theft. How can I tell if someone has the same account reported twice? Is the account, y'all can know if the account is the same account. This is what I look at. I look at the balance. It's no way that we're going to have the same balance and from the same company. That's automatically a red flag to me. And it's reporting on the same bureau. Sometimes y'all will see it's a different account number and y'all think that it's a different account, but it's not. If it's the same balance with the same company, I already like, hold on, this is duplicate. They should not be reporting the same account. I need to get some pets then. Can a duplicate account hurt my credit? Yes, it can, especially if it's a duplicate collection. Yes, a duplicate account can definitely hurt you, especially if it's a bad account. If it's a duplicate good account, it should help you. But usually it's duplicate bad accounts like collections reporting it again. Okay. What should I do if my credit report says that I was late, but I know I paid on time? Y'all should dispute it. Y'all should talk to the company and talk to the credit bureaus. Tell them that that account should be that you were never late on that account, and that they need to update the account. All right, they should be able to easily update this information, because there's people that really was late and they be asking the company to update it and say that they weren't late, and the company will update it. So if you really wasn't late, they should really update your account. Okay, and I teach all about that inside of like the books. I teach y'all in terms of you was late, and we try to fix the point that you were really late. So if you weren't really late, you could do the same thing, but they better do it for you. Like, it's not no, oh, we don't think we want to help you. No, I was not late for real. You need to fix this now. You could be more stern, you know. What documents should I keep to support a credit dispute? I'm always thinking about suing y'all. So when I think about suing, what documents you should keep, just keep the letters that you sent out. Make sure that you guys are keeping a copy of the certified receipts that y'all are sending out when y'all are doing y'all disputes. Keep any response that they send back to you. Those are going to be the key things that I think y'all should keep. Also, keep y'all denials, because during the process of y'all doing disputes, y'all probably applying for credit. All right, so keep y'all denials. So if y'all want to sue, y'all can be able to show those denials showing, hey, I was unable to get credit because of you. Okay. um what should I do if my account balance is wrong? It depends on you saying it's wrong. Sometimes your account balance can be wrong because they just didn't report again. Like, maybe you got a credit card right now, and they report once a month. You think just because you paid your account balance, they're gonna automatically update it. They update it once a month. So if it's because of that, wait for them to report again. If it's because it's a collection, you need to just dispute the full collection and get that full thing deleted from your credit reports. You don't want the whole thing on there. Okay. Um, J Money, if you have any questions, definitely make sure that you message me. But find my main page, because this one is not my main one right here, and it's just too many messages coming through on this one. I cannot keep up. Okay, and I'm live right now, so probably keep swirling. You'll find it. What if my balance is correct on one bureau but wrong on another? So if it's correct on one bureau and wrong on another, that can be an inaccuracy that can help you get the account deleted. That's the stuff that I look for, y'all. I want to see differences like that. Like, oh, your balance say $350 on here, and then it say $355 on another. That's what I want to see, because I'm like, okay, there's errors there. They need to delete the account from the credit report. Okay. What does the account status mean on the credit report? The account status means, like, what is happening right now. Is the account open? Is it closed? Is it a derogatory account? Like, what is going on? Account status can also tell you if you're 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late. Okay, so that's what your account status is. It's just easiest for them to know. And what should I do if my account status appears incorrect? Usually when I care about the account status being incorrect, it's because maybe they're saying that, like, my client is 30 days late. Okay. And it's like, no, my client is not 30 days late. And I see this sometimes with accounts that's been closed for a year. So if you see stuff like that, then you need to dispute that with the credit bureaus and tell them to update your account status to current. That's what you want them to update it to, current. What are the dates on why are the dates on the credit report important? Y'all know they got 7.5 years to keep stuff on our credit report. So 7.5 years from the last date of activity. To me, that's the most important date that's on our credit report. It's the last date of activity, because I'm always thinking about getting stuff removed. So if they change that date, like collection companies like to change that date, they like to make it sooner. Like, they every time they update your credit report, they like to change that date. It's going to make it where that account can stay on your credit reports for 7.5 years. They're going to keep updating, updating, so it's going to stay on there for even longer. So that's why it's important. They need to have the correct dates, because it's going to dictate how long the account going to really stay on your credit reports. So that's why these dates can be very, very important. What date should I compare when reviewing my credit reports? You should compare your date open, the last date of activity, the last date of payment. Okay, I think those are like the main ones that I like to compare. Yeah, so the date open for sure, because I want to know what that is. The last date of activity and the last date of payment. Okay, and it's just all things Rickita. That's my main page, all things Rickita, and this one right here is all things Rickita clips. I think that's the name of this one. This is where I put my clips at from when I go live. How do I know if negative information is too old to be reported? So it's 7.5 years from the first day that you stopped paying on the account, the first day that you became delinquent on the account, or the last day that you made a payment. Okay, that's what those dates are. That's how you're gonna know if an account is gonna be too old to be reporting. All right, and I don't care about the it's too old to report. It's an error on the account. That's a bigger issue to me. Okay, it's too old to report. We can stack that on top of the point that there's errors on the account, because I'm always thinking about suing a company. What should I do if I see a collection I don't recognize? if you don't recognize a collection, I would do identity theft on that. I won't even play games. I'll just do straight identity theft, send them letters to the credit bureaus. They're going to delete the account in 5 days. All right. I'm not going to play any games. Should I pay an unfamiliar collection just to get it over with? No. I'm not going to pay a collection. I had 2 lawsuits with collection companies. I actually sued them 2 separate times. I'm not going to be outside of that, yeah, I'm not gonna pay collections. I'm gonna go a certain path, and if they don't have certain documents, in general, y'all, I'm going to take legal action and I'm going to sue. All right. And I also helped other people sue collection companies, and the collection companies actually gave them money. Yes, from because they sued them. So I'm not gonna think about paying them. I don't care about none about no getting it over with, because guess what? Even if you pay a collection company, they may update it as paid. They may update it as paid, and that's it. And that's not what we want. Should I request validation from a debt collector if I'm questioning a collection? Yeah, y'all should always do that anyway. If y'all have a collection on your credit report, y'all trying to get that collection deleted. First, ask the credit bureaus to delete it. And if they don't delete it, then after that, you can ask for validation. Okay, I will ask for validation if they don't delete it. That's something I would just automatically do in general. Okay, so yes, I'll be asking validation. And if they send you something in the mail saying you owe them money, that's another time where you should be asking for validation. If they say, oh, you owe us whatever it is, then you need to be asking them for validation. They need to validate and show how you actually owe that. Okay, that debt to them, and because you don't know who they are. And hi, Mike, how are you doing today? So yes, you definitely need to be asking for that. What if a collection has different information on each bureau? That's make it easier for y'all to get it deleted. That make it easier for y'all to get it deleted. That could possibly make it easier for y'all to sue them. That can make it easier for y'all to make sure that this collection never come back. Y'all don't owe them any money. This can make it easier for y'all to possibly get money from the collection company. This is a good thing. Just make sure that you keep note of it. How do I find all of the hard inquiries on my credit reports? Usually when y'all pull y'all credit reports, y'all should see them probably at like the bottom of y'all credit reports if y'all use like Identity IQ. If you on Credit Karma, you can click TransUnion or Equifax, and then they'll tell you like your inquiries on there. Usually that's at the bottom too. As you click it, go to the bottom, they'll say, hey, you got 4 inquiries or you got 7. They'll tell you how many inquiries you have, but that's how you can actually find all of the hard inquiries. Y'all, we got something called hard inquiries and soft inquiries. So if y'all get an actual copy of y'all credit reports, like after y'all do y'all disputes, they send you a copy of your full credit report. Then when y'all look at that, y'all gonna see so many soft inquiries, because sometimes like Credit Karma will pull your credit report every single day. All of those are soft inquiries. But focus on those hard inquiries, and it's very easy to find. Usually when you get your credit report, you should easily be able to see them. What should I do if I see an inquiry I never authorized? Call the credit bureaus. They can remove those things in 24 to 48 hours. Don't be sending letters and stuff like that. They just take too much time, cost money for no reason. And when y'all send a letter, they so used to people sending letters, they don't care. You get what I'm saying? They don't care. Y'all need to get on the phone with them and say, hey, I got this inquiry that should not be on my credit report, period. Y'all saying y'all did not authorize it for real. Some people call them and say, hey, I don't think that this should be on my credit report, and they still get it deleted in 24 to 48 hours. This goes back to if y'all really did not have late payments. If y'all didn't have late payments, y'all need to be starting and tell them to remove it. Same thing with these inquiries. If y'all really did not authorize the inquiry, they need to remove it. Some people are still getting their late payments removed, and they were really late by begging them to remove the late payment. Some people are removing the inquiries by just asking. Asking, you shall receive, you guys. Y'all have to make sure that y'all asking them to remove it. Can I dispute an inquiry that I actually authorized? Yes, that's what we are just talking about. You can dispute it in general, like how I would like to do it, because I don't want to just be telling them, oh, this is fraud. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, hey, I have this inquiry that I do not think should be on my credit report. And then for me saying I don't think it should be on my credit reports, usually they'll go ahead and remove it in 24 to 48 hours. Okay. But don't dispute inquiries that's attached to y'all accounts. Y'all got a Capital One account on y'all credit report that y'all just got 6 months ago. Y'all can't go ahead and dispute that inquiry, because they're going to think that that account is fraud. They're going to flag it as fraud. They're going to tell a company it is fraud. And that's just not what we want at all. Okay. Should I dispute every difference I find between all 3 credit reports? That's what I do. Every error I find, I dispute it. And I like to put it all on that one letter, like, hey, these are all of the errors on this one account. You need to fix it or delete it. All right. And a lot of times they're not going to fix it correctly, or something going on with their communication with the bureaus, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. Because when I pull them credit reports, it better be correct. And if it's not correct, somebody gonna have to pay. Okay, all y'all gonna have to pay. Everybody gonna have to pay. What happens after I dispute information I believe is inaccurate? Once you do a dispute with the credit bureaus, they're supposed to investigate it or delete the account from your credit reports. That's usually how it works. So they're supposed to investigate it, and if they find errors on it, they're supposed to actually remove that account from your credit reports. All right. So that's kind of what's supposed to happen. If they don't remove the account from your credit reports, you guys, y'all need to send a letter to the company the next day. Y'all need to send a letter to the company and again to the credit bureaus, trying to make sure that they remove that account from your credit report. Should I dispute online or send a letter? I will never do any disputes online, y'all. I will always send a letter to them. I will always send a certified mail, y'all, because if they don't delete the account, y'all, my whole thing is I want to sue them. Uh, because I just know, like, I'm not gonna play with them. I don't want them to keep this account on here. Y'all need to delete it or I'm suing you. Like, that's just, it is what it is, you know. Delete or you getting sued. And if y'all disputing it online, what paper trail y'all have? When y'all dispute online, they try to make you pick a reason. Like, no, I have my own reasons as to why this account should be deleted. They don't let you put what you want to put on there. You get what I'm saying? So I don't like to dispute that way. I like to just dispute online. Like, I mean, not online. I like to dispute with a letter. None of that online stuff at all. Okay. Why is keeping copies and proof of what I said important? Because what if you later on have to sue them? What if y'all get to something called discovery where they start asking you for, hey, what letters did you send us? What if it was something wrong with their back end system and they see that you actually did send them a letter that you sent this certified and now they want to just pay you because they realize they messed up? And if you don't have that proof, that may mess up your whole lawsuit. Okay, so just make sure that you keep copies of everything that you sent them, proof that you even sent it. Like, do that, and then keep copies of everything that they send you, because you can say, "Hey, I said this to you, and you sent me back this generic message." You can keep exactly. You can be able to have it all organized for when you want to sue in court. Because what I realized, and I'm not talking about my case, and I'm just talking about in general when it comes down to lawsuits with these companies, y'all, they got so many people within their organization. They're not talking to each other, which is a shame, or they don't have one solid like database. Everything is just scattered. Okay, so they need to have one thing. Like, I look at that in my own business. Like, in my own business, I can see what is being said. Even if I don't say it, I can see every little thing. But when you have such a huge business, you got stuff when you suing people, they suing you. You got just basic disputes. You got the creditors. You got so many different systems that come into this one thing. They all are not talking to each other. So you just need to make sure that you keep everything that you sending them, because when you finally do the lawsuit, that lawyer, they probably not gonna be privileged to information. I want to say privileged. That's not a good word to say, but they probably don't even know that there was a problem over here. Like, they just don't know. So just keep everything so you can say, hey, this is what y'all did to me. So that way, when they see, oh, this is what happened, let me just go ahead and get you a little check so you can go about your business. Because they're gonna realize, like, dang, we messed up. That is not what we wanted to do. But let's get you on out the way. Let's just go ahead and pay you, get this account deleted from your credit reports, and let's not worry about this anymore. What's the biggest mistake people make when looking for credit report errors? That they look for credit report errors in a certain way, just the way they look for them. Some of y'all be looking like, well, like somebody sent a message on my page and my assistant sent it to me, and it's like, hey, Keita, how do we respond to her? And she was saying like, oh, my account is correct because the balance is right, and da da da. And it's like, no, that's not like how you look for errors. You need to compare all three credit bureaus, and I like Identity IQ because they're all lined up. You need to look at the account number. There's always problems, like 50% of the accounts, something wrong with the account number with any given bureau. They got different account numbers. They got a mumble jumble. That's an error. It don't matter, because think of the account number as a social security number. So that can be an error. You can come down to the date open. That can be an error. The account type can be an error. They may list it as the wrong type of account. The date open, the last date of activity, looking in the payment history, there may be errors, but you have to compare all three credit bureaus, because y'all don't know. Y'all going off of y'all own understanding. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Y'all going off of what y'all think it should be. But guess what? Y'all don't really really know? Did y'all get the actual documents from the company so you can verify, okay, this is the actual day I open it? Because when y'all look at all three credit bureaus, the three credit bureaus may have different dates. You can't say, oh, wait, this is the correct dates. Do you have a paper? Do you have the actual document? Do you have proof that that is the day that you actually open it? Because you don't know, y'all. A lot of us don't know. We just apply for accounts. We got the accounts. Okay, it's good. We don't look at this stuff until after we mess up on the account. And now we're trying to get the account deleted. So I like to just compare all three credit bureaus in general. I don't like to look at nothing specific in terms of, let me just see if the balance is correct. Oh, this is correct. I did owe Credit One Bank $1,500. Like, no, that's not what we're going to look at. We're going to be looking at, okay, Credit One Bank is reporting on all three credit bureaus, and we want to see if all three credit bureaus saying the same exact thing about this one account. If not, there's errors. Get this Credit One $1,500 account up out of here. Okay, that's kind of how I look at it. If I handed you my three credit reports today, what would you compare first? Well, I will be looking at what needs to get deleted first. Like, that's it. I'll be looking at, do you got 4 credit cards? Do you got 2 installment accounts? Because that's what's going to build up your credit. And then I'll be looking at what accounts need to get deleted. Whether it's going to be a collection, whether it's going to be some charge-offs. You know, you got a bankruptcy on there, we got a repossession, we got a foreclosure, all that stuff got to go. So I'll be looking at those accounts. Once I get to the accounts, I see that you need to get deleted. I'll just be like, okay, you gotta get this deleted. Da, da, da. Once I see collection, I already know it need to get deleted. When I look at collections, though, like when I look at a credit report, like I'm skimming through it, I do go to the date open and then the last date activity, because that's the easiest thing. I already know they're gonna re-age the account. So I'm gonna look at that. When it comes down to y'all charge-offs, y'all gonna see problems inside of the payment history. That's the easiest thing to see, y'all, especially when y'all have them all lined up. But I have been looking at credit reports for years. It's easy for me just to like point out errors. Even an account that you love, you can have a $10,000 account with Capital One, and I can still see problems with it. But you don't care about the problems because you want to keep it on there. But baby, if you mess up on that account, you want to get deleted. That's when we care about the errors that's actually reporting on that account. Okay, but that's what I would look at. I would just looking at like the differences on all three credit bureaus. That's what I'd be looking at. Because listen, y'all, our accounts have to be 100% correct and 100% complete. It's basically like this. If you gonna tell on me to these companies, you better tell them the whole truth. You better tell them everything. Don't leave anything out. You know, don't leave anything out at all. All right. And it better be 100% correct too. Don't leave nothing out, and make sure what you're saying is 100% true. And if it's not, it got to come off. Okay. And that's the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I do have like my Sue and to Win book. That's the main book that teach y'all how like to sue the companies, how to get money from them, how to get them to delete the account from their credit reports. All right. And if you owe them any money, like collection company, or maybe you have a charge off where they didn't sell it to a collection company, then how to get them to waive the debt. But that's all what I'm all about. That's why I want to find errors. I want to get the account deleted. They don't delete it, I want to actually sue them. Because there was so many times, y'all, where I wanted to get accounts deleted and like that account would not come off. Anytime I'm talking about a lawsuit, y'all, I automatically know, okay, you tried to get that account off and it didn't come off. Okay. And I can say that, like, I can't talk about like my personal cases. I had 3 separate cases. Um, like first time I did a lawsuit, I sued all my creditors. I had over $40,000 worth of debt that I did not have to pay because I sued them. So I can talk openly, very openly about that case because that was my first case. I didn't know I was supposed to get settlements. In terms of I was supposed to get a document that said certain things. I didn't know that. Like I was ignorant at the time. I didn't know as much. And then my second case, I actually sued a collection company, and a very known collection company. A lot of y'all got on y'all credit reports. And then the third one's when I sued all 3 credit bureaus with the collection company. Okay. And with that one, I could talk more about that because I know what them contracts is. I know what them settlement agreements basically say. But I made it very clear that there were problems with the accounts. I tried to get them deleted and they wouldn't delete it. Like that's the point of the reason why I like sued. So when it come down to these accounts, y'all, if they refuse to delete it, like I have no choice but to like sue. But I'm gonna look at just errors on the credit reports, and that's it. That's all I'm looking for. I'm looking at errors. And when it come down to the credit reports too, somebody came on here yesterday and they was talking about, hey, I got a charge off that's old. You know, my credit score is still 791. But guess what else they said? They said that they had other accounts that built their credit up too. too. So I be just trying to look at, okay, we know you got bad stuff. We know you got collection charge, all this other stuff, but you got to get you some new credit cards to start building your credit. You really do. When I have people that maybe, like, for example, this is my bankruptcy book right here. So if I have people that have like a bankruptcy on their credit report, I be telling them, okay, listen, we know that you had a bankruptcy. You need to start getting your credit score up. So I be telling them, okay, listen, we got to delete that bankruptcy from your credit reports. And theirs went up 129 points from getting that bankruptcy deleted. But I be like, okay, we got to delete this. But the main thing that I teach y'all in chapter 6, and I got a few more minutes. I didn't think I was rushing through this one because I got stuff I have to do today. But I was teaching you guys on chapter number 6, and all of y'all can follow this. This is the thing that I teach y'all how to get y'all credit score up the fastest. This right here, y'all. Y'all need to apply for 4 credit cards. That's step number 1, right out of bankruptcy. Some of y'all never did bankruptcy, but maybe y'all got charge-offs on y'all credit reports. Maybe y'all messed up and y'all have to start over brand new. Think of it brand new. Like, y'all need to get all that stuff off and y'all need to add more stuff on. So I tell y'all, get y'all 4 credit cards. Even if y'all got to get secure credit cards, that's fine. I help people getting 700s with secure credit cards. Y'all can still buy a house with secure credit cards. Y'all can still get a car. Y'all just need to keep that utilization low. Okay, but we're gonna talk about that. Next is y'all gotta get y'all 2 installment accounts. Installment accounts, if y'all already got a car, maybe y'all got student loans. The thing is, it gotta be reporting positively. That's it. Y'all can also do like self and kickoff. Those 2 can be installment accounts. Y'all can do a pledge loan when they be federal. That can help you, okay? But y'all have to have your 2 installment accounts. Step number 3, y'all, is utilization. Those credit cards that y'all have, that's probably, the secure credit cards that y'all have, and the unsecured credit cards. It don't matter. Y'all utilization need to be at 10% or less. For people that had a bankruptcy, you need to be even stricter. You need to be at 5% or less on y'all credit cards. That's what needs to be reported to the credit bureaus. That's what step number 3 is. Step number 4 is just put everything on auto pay so that y'all don't have to worry about no late payment. Everything on auto pay for at least minimum payment. All right. Y'all do that, y'all should be cool. All right. And then monitor y'all credit every single month minimum. When y'all are being like obsessed, how I want y'all to be when y'all first start off, y'all doing like that, raise your credit score 100 points. Where is it? Because I got so many different, I'm everywhere right now. I'm going on, but y'all all sit in different places. But let me move this up. When y'all doing like that, raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days right here, y'all need to be obsessed. Y'all need to be checking y'all credit every single day. Or if y'all doing like this strong in 75 workbook, my workbook that's like right here, y'all need to be obsessed with that too. And in that one, I have it where y'all can put y'all credit scores at the bottom. I want y'all looking at Credit Karma every single day, y'all. When I wake up right now, I'm looking, like, I look at my credit score. It's just a habit. I'm looking at my credit score and I'm checking my bank accounts. All right. And 2, I'm even looking at my brokerage accounts. 2, I'm looking everywhere. I need to look at everything. It's just a habit that I wanted to always get myself into because I'm becoming obsessive. I'm becoming even more obsessed right now with these different things. I'm trying to get it to certain levels, and I want to make sure once I get it there, I want to maintain it. But every single day, y'all need to look at it, like, seriously. All right. And then y'all need to stay disciplined. Y'all need to make sure that y'all have y'all 4 credit cards, y'all have y'all 2 installment accounts, y'all have everything on auto pay, y'all paying on time, y'all keep y'all utilization at that 5%, because once y'all do these basic things, y'all need to maintain it. It ain't no, oh, I got them credit cards, I'm good. I know you got the credit cards and you start maxing them out and you start thinking about your utilization. Y'all need to stay obsessed. So these are things, and I be trying to teach people. I don't care if your credit score was in the 300s, if your credit score was in the 400s, 500s, 600s. You want to get into the 700s and maintain it. I say do this stuff within 6 months. I don't care if you're using 300. I don't care if you're in 400, 500. You should be able to get into the 700s as long as you're doing these things right here. And then another thing I have, track everything inside of your Strong and 75 workbook. That's this workbook here. I tell y'all every single day other things that y'all can do. I said, okay, listen, I said get 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. Well, guess what? You can get your rent reported. Hey, did you think about doing the Experian boost? All of that stuff is just extra stuff. I didn't talk about removing inquiries. You may get 10 points for removing inquiries, but all that stuff is inside of like my Strong and 75 workbook. But if I'm maintaining these basic things, and that's why I love about chapter 6 in this book. That's the first time I really think I did put it straightforward. You do this, and that. If y'all doing what y'all need to do, y'all gonna be good. Like, seriously. That's why I don't care nothing about, oh, you filed bankruptcy. Like, good. You got all your debt clear. Let's start over new. Some of them companies will let you back. If they don't let you back, you need to get that bankruptcy deleted, you need to get that accounts deleted. If they're not gonna let you back, I wouldn't feel no type of way about suing them. I have some people sue their creditors, got an actual check from that creditor. They actually owed that company some money. They said, hey, you no longer owe us. We finna mail you this check and we delete it from your credit report. So I don't care. Like, they not gonna let you back anyway. Sometimes when you include accounts inside of bankruptcy, if you already did that, y'all include in bankruptcy, they're not trying to let you come back. They like stranger with you. They don't like you no more. But that's fine. All right, let's just move on. Go to the next one. And if you don't want to delete it, you're gonna get sued. It's just as simple as that. Like, I'm still the same person that sued my creditor now. $40,000 worth of debt that I did not owe because if you're not going to fix this, I know that you're violating me. You're breaking laws. I'm going to make sure that I'm holding you to the fire with it. And thank you so much, Ty, for the rose. But that's really everything, y'all. Okay. So those are the 10 areas that y'all need to look for. I will be back on here tomorrow. I will be going live again tomorrow. If y'all have any questions, y'all can go ahead and message me, but please message me on my main page. I'm trying to get my assistant to come over here. We get so much action on that main page. There's so much stuff we're doing that there's so many people that mess me on here, but it don't be about this. So I'll be like, y'all, come on now, let's stay focused. So y'all make sure y'all go to the main page. I can pick up y'all. There's just all things Rickita. That's my name. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye bye, everybody. All right, y'all. So when I have TikTok up, it's only certain things I can say, but I will be back on here live tomorrow. Y'all can get y'all books even cheaper here than what y'all can even get it on TikTok for. So go ahead and get y'all books. The main one I think that y'all should get is this. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. It's this one right here, y'all. It's the 4-book bundle where y'all basically got my 4 books in there. Y'all got the Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. Y'all got my Strong at 75 workbook. Y'all got my Suing to Win book, which is that one. And then y'all have the 70 dispute letter book, plus y'all get access to that free course. That to me, I'm very happy about that course I put together. Because if you really put your head down and get your stuff and work on getting your stuff together, like within 6 months, you should be in the 700s, like for real. I have helped certain people go from 400s to not don't say 600, you should be in the 700s. I have had people go from the 400s to 700s, y'all, in 3 months. In 3 months. So it's just about implementing what you need to implement and stand on it. Okay. But I will see y'all tomorrow. So y'all have a great weekend. So yeah, have a great one. Bye bye, everybody.